Sagittarius, seeing the presence in stillness. Finding peace and connection with your mother. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to get swept away by the noise, the endless thoughts, the responsibilities, and the external expectations. But in the stillness, there is a peace that exists beyond the chaos. And in that peace you will find a presence that never left you. Your mother's love. As you begin to seek the quiet moments, you'll discover that it's in those sacred spaces of silence that your mother's spirit speaks to you the most. Her presence is not gone. It's merely transformed. She is there in the stillness, in the calm, in the quiet of your heart. The love she gave you does not require words or grand gestures. It's in the gentle embrace of silence that you can feel her love most profoundly. In this video we will explore the power of stillness, how it allows you to connect with your mother's spirit, and how it opens the door to inner peace. You will discover how to feel her presence in the quiet moments, and learn to embrace the peace that comes from simply being still. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to Zodiac Wisdom, where we explore spiritual healing, the wisdom of the stars, and the profound love that transcends time and space. Together, let's walk this journey of peace and connection, finding comfort in the stillness, with your mother's love always by your side. Gate 1. Stillness is where your mother's presence resides. How quiet moments help you feel her near. Sagittarius, in the chaos of everyday life, it's easy to forget that peace is always available to us. The noise of the world, the constant stream of thoughts, responsibilities, and distractions can overwhelm us, pulling us further from the stillness that holds so much truth. Yet, in the quiet moments when the world slows down and you allow yourself to pause, you may start to feel a profound shift. In the stillness, you find your mother's presence. It is in the silence that you can hear the deepest truths. Your mother's love is not gone. It has simply transformed, becoming part of the quiet spaces within your soul. You may have felt this before, Sagittarius, those moments of peace when the world around you becomes soft, and there is an overwhelming sense that she is near. Perhaps it's the sound of the wind rustling through the trees, or the calm you feel when you close your eyes and breathe deeply. Her presence lingers in those moments, waiting for you to notice. When we are caught up in the busyness of life, we often forget to stop, to breathe, to listen. But in the stillness, there is a soft whisper, a reminder that love never fades. Your mother's love is here, in the quiet places of your life, just waiting for you to acknowledge it. She is not gone, Sagittarius. She is right here, in the silence, holding space for you to feel her presence. A quiet space to connect. Have you ever found yourself sitting alone, perhaps in a quiet room or on a walk through nature, and suddenly you felt her? You felt her love wash over you in a way that words couldn't capture. You didn't need to see her or hear her voice. You didn't need any grand gestures. You simply felt her presence, as if she was with you in that very moment. This is the power of stillness. When the world is quiet, the distractions fade and your heart opens. In these moments of silence, you are able to feel your mother's love in a way that is beyond the physical. It is as though her spirit is speaking to you. Through the calmness of the world around you, your mother's presence resides in the silence between your thoughts. It is in the stillness where you can feel her love, not as a distant memory, but as an active force in your life. She is with you, Sagittarius, guiding you, comforting you, and offering you a sense of peace that transcends the physical world. Think about the times when you have found peace simply by being still. Perhaps it was a quiet moment when you were alone in nature, or when you sat in stillness at home, reflecting on your journey. In these moments, did you feel her? Did you feel the warmth of her love in the silence? These are the moments when her spirit is closest to you, guiding you with tenderness and love. The power of presence in silence. In today's world, we are constantly distracted. Phones, noise, busy schedules. Everything pulls us away from the silence we need to reconnect with our inner selves, and with those who are no longer physically present. But in the stillness, your mother is there. Her presence is not bound by time or space. It transcends all that is visible to the eye, and is felt through the quiet spaces of your heart. There may be times when you feel her near, in the space between your breaths, in the calm of the night, or in the quiet of a morning walk. These are not coincidences. These are moments when the veil between this world and the next becomes thin, and you can feel her spirit close. In these moments, you are invited to pause, to breathe, and to listen. Your mother is here in the silence, offering her love and guidance to you. The stillness offers you a chance to hear her voice. Not in words, but in the feeling of deep peace, in the warmth of love that seems to surround you in quiet moments. It is through these spaces of silence that you can reconnect with her spirit, allowing her to remind you that you are loved, you are seen, and you are never truly alone. Gate 2. Love that doesn't need words. Your mother's love can be felt through the silence. Sagittarius, one of the most profound aspects of your mother's love is that it doesn't require words to be felt. Love is often spoken of in grand gestures, in promises, in physical presence, but your mother taught you that true love transcends words. It isn't bound by the limitations of speech or explanation. Her love simply exists like the quiet presence in your heart, comforting you even when no one is around, guiding you when the world feels overwhelming. When we think of love, we often think of words of affirmation, declarations of affection, and heartfelt conversations. We have been taught to express love in the language of words, but the deepest form of love is often felt in the silence, in the spaces where words are unnecessary. Your mother's love was never about saying the right things. It was about the presence she gave you, the safety and comfort she provided just by being there. Her love was a language all its own, a language of feeling, of presence, of heart-to-heart connection. In the stillness, you don't need to hear her voice to feel her love. It's the subtle, quiet way her love continues to reverberate through the stillness around you. Have you ever been in a moment of silence, perhaps after a busy day, and suddenly felt a warmth in your heart? Have you ever sat alone and out of nowhere felt a gentle sense of comfort, as though someone was watching over you with deep affection? That, Sagittarius, is your mother's love reaching you in the stillness. Her love is felt in the silence. This love, which transcends words, is felt in the quiet of the world. It might be the comforting presence you sense when you're sitting in solitude, or the subtle warmth you feel when you're alone in nature. Her love doesn't need to be spoken aloud for you to feel it. It is present in the energy around you, in the way the world feels softer when you allow yourself to sit in silence and open your heart. I want you to reflect for a moment, Sagittarius. How often have you felt your mother's love in the absence of words? Perhaps it was in the way her memory would fill your heart during a quiet moment, or the way her essence would comfort you without saying a single thing. In these moments, your connection to her spirit is deeper than any conversation could provide. It is in the stillness where love is felt most intensely. The truth is, Sagittarius, love is not confined to words or physical touch. Love is a presence that exists beyond the material world. It is felt in the energy, the essence, and the quiet moments between us. Your mother's love is the perfect example of this. Even in her absence, her love remains in the silent spaces of your heart, a constant, steady presence guiding you forward. Learning to feel love without the need for words. To truly connect with the love your mother left you, you must learn to embrace the language of silence. In a world where we are constantly bombarded by noise, it can be hard to hear the soft whispers of love. But the quiet moments when you allow yourself to simply be are where the deepest connections are made. Your mother's love is woven into these quiet moments, just waiting for you to open your heart and feel it. When you experience moments of silence where everything slows down, try to focus on how you feel. In those moments, do you sense her presence? Can you feel the warmth of her love around you like a comforting embrace? This is the love that never needs words. It is felt in the very core of your being. Her love is always with you, waiting to be recognized in the quiet spaces of your life. Even when you cannot see her, even when you cannot hear her, you will feel her love in the stillness. This is the beauty of love that transcends the physical. It continues to exist quietly and powerfully, in the spaces where words are no longer needed. The healing power of silent love. The ability to experience love in the silence is incredibly healing. In a world that often demands constant communication and validation, it can be easy to forget that true love doesn't need to be spoken. It is a love that is felt deep within your soul. Your mother's love, even now, is healing you in the silence. It wraps around you in the moments of stillness, helping you find peace, comfort, and strength when you need it most. As you learn to connect with your mother's love in the silence, you will begin to see that you don't need anything more than this quiet presence to feel whole. Her love is not something that requires words or grand gestures. It is simply there, always. And when you allow yourself to receive this love, to feel it in the quiet moments, you will begin to understand that you are always connected to her. no matter where she is. Gate 3. Listening to the emotions in your heart, the gentle peace your mother sends through stillness. Sagittarius, the quiet moments are not just opportunities for peace. They are also times when your emotions speak to you most clearly. In the stillness, your heart becomes a quiet space where your emotions rise gently, free from the distractions of the world. These emotions, which might have once been buried beneath the noise of everyday life, now emerge softly to remind you of something profound. Your mother's love is still with you. In the stillness, you can hear your mother's presence in the soft, peaceful waves of emotion that flow through you. These emotions aren't loud or forceful. They are gentle, soothing, and filled with love. Her love is felt in these quiet moments, when the world around you fades away, and all that's left is the peace within your heart. Your mother's spirit speaks to you not in grand gestures, but in the subtle feelings of comfort, warmth, and peace that arise during moments of quiet reflection. Think of a time when you were sitting quietly, perhaps alone, and you suddenly felt a wave of peace and warmth wash over you. It was as if the weight of the world lifted for just a moment, and in its place you felt a deep sense of love, reassurance, and calm. That was your mother's spirit, reaching out to you, sending you the soothing presence of her love in the form of gentle emotions. These quiet feelings are not random. They are the messages of love that flow to you, carried by the stillness, reminding you that you are never alone. The soft whispers of love. Your mother's love doesn't always come in the form of words. It often comes as a feeling, a quiet whisper that resonates deep within your soul. Her love speaks through your emotions, in the moments when you feel safe, loved, and held. These are the times when the outside world disappears, and in its place you feel the comfort of her presence, as if she's sitting with you in the silence, offering you the kind of love that only a mother can give. In the stillness, your emotions are pure. There is no need for validation, no need for anyone to tell you what you should feel. You are free to experience the peace and love that your mother always provided, simply by being in her presence. The emotions you feel in these quiet moments are the reflections of her love, reminding you that she is still with you, guiding you with a sense of peace and tranquility that only her love could bring. Perhaps you have felt it in your chest, that moment when the world feels lighter, when your heart beats in rhythm with the universe. These moments are sacred, Sagittarius. They are your mother's love, spoken through the quiet emotions that rise within you. In these moments you are connected to her, not in the physical sense but in a way that transcends space and time. Feeling her love in the stillness. As you continue your journey, Sagittarius, I encourage you to embrace the stillness more deeply. Seek out moments of quiet where you can sit with your emotions, where you can listen to the subtle messages that your heart is sending you. These emotions are not signs of weakness or vulnerability. They are the powerful love of your mother, always present, always guiding you. When you sit in the quiet, open your heart to the emotions that arise. Allow yourself to feel the peace, the comfort, the love that comes from your mother's presence. There is no need to analyze or question these feelings. Simply allow them to wash over you and fill your heart with the reassurance that you are loved, that you are held, and that you are never truly alone. These moments of emotional connection are gifts. They remind you that your mother's love does not require explanation or validation. It simply is. It exists in every quiet, peaceful moment of your life, waiting for you to acknowledge it and receive it. Healing through emotional connection. The power of emotional connection in the stillness is healing. It is a balm for the wounds of grief, a soothing reminder that love never fades. As you continue to recognize the subtle ways in which your mother's love reaches you, you will begin to understand the depth of your connection with her spirit. Her love is always with you, always present, and always available to be felt through the quiet moments of your life. Sagittarius, take comfort in the peace you find in the stillness. Let your emotions speak to you, and know that they are messages of love from your mother's spirit. Allow yourself to feel them deeply without fear or hesitation. Your mother's love is a constant, unwavering presence in your life, and it speaks to you most profoundly in the stillness, where words are unnecessary, and love is felt through the heart. Gate 4. Your mother teaches you about peace, learning to find inner calm and embrace life's quiet moments. Sagittarius, there is a profound gift your mother gave you, one that transcends the words she spoke, the advice she gave, and the physical presence she offered. This gift was the teaching of peace, the understanding that peace is not just the absence of noise, but the presence of stillness within. In the quiet moments of your life, you are being shown how to find this peace within yourself. It is not something that can be sought externally. It is something that resides deep within you, waiting for you to recognize and embrace it. Your mother's love was always a source of comfort, a place of refuge when life felt chaotic or uncertain. But it was in her calm presence, in the quiet spaces between her words, where you truly felt the depth of her wisdom. She didn't need to fill the silence with words. Her very being was an embodiment of the peace that comes from knowing oneself, from accepting life as it is, and from trusting in the love that surrounds us. As you continue on your journey, Sagittarius, you will begin to realize that true peace comes from within. It is not something that is dependent on external circumstances, but something that grows from within your heart, nurtured by the stillness and quiet moments you create for yourself. Your mother, in her quiet strength, taught you that peace is not something to be sought after, but something to be cultivated, experienced, and embraced. Finding peace in the stillness. Think about the moments when you felt truly at peace. These are the moments when the world falls away, when time seems to stand still, and you can simply breathe. These moments are not bound by external circumstances. They are a direct result of your willingness to sit in stillness, to let go of the noise, and to allow yourself to be present in the moment. Your mother's love was always present in these quiet moments. She embodied peace not through the words she said, but through the way she carried herself, through the way she moved through life with grace and calm. You felt her peace most deeply when you were with her in the quiet, when there was no need for conversation, no need for anything other than just being together. And it is in these moments of stillness, Sagittarius, that you are reminded of the deep peace your mother offered, a peace that is still with you today. The wisdom of quiet moments. In the chaos of life, we often overlook the power of the quiet moments. We think we need to fill the silence with noise, with tasks, or with distractions. But the truth is that it is in the quiet that you will find the wisdom you seek. Your mother knew this. She understood that true guidance doesn't come from loud proclamations or external validation. It comes from within, in the deep silence where your soul can listen and hear what it truly needs. By embracing the stillness, you create space for your heart to listen. You create space for your emotions to surface, for your fears to be released, and for your spirit to be at peace. And it is through these quiet moments that your mother continues to guide you, reminding you that peace is always within your reach, always available to you when you are willing to sit still and embrace it. As you grow more comfortable in the silence, you will begin to recognize the subtle signs that your mother is still with you. In the peace you feel when you sit alone, in the quiet moments of reflection, and in the stillness of your heart, you will feel her presence, her love, and her guidance. These moments are the continuation of her presence, a love that was never bound by time or space, but one that is always with you, in every quiet, peaceful moment. Living with peace in your heart. Sagittarius, the true lesson here is that peace is something you must nurture within yourself. It is not something that can be given to you from the outside. It is something that comes from your willingness to sit in stillness, to quiet your mind, and to open your heart to the love that is already there. Your mother taught you this lesson through her own example. She showed you that you don't need to chase after peace. It is already within you, waiting to be discovered. In the stillness, you will find the space to heal, to grow, and to live in alignment with your true self. Peace is not the absence of challenges. It is the ability to face those challenges with a calm heart and a grounded spirit. It is the ability to trust that everything will unfold as it should, and that you are always supported by the love that surrounds you. As you continue to walk your path, Sagittarius, let your mother's lesson of peace guide you. Seek the stillness not as a place to escape from the world, but as a place to reconnect with yourself, with your heart, and with the love that is always available to you. In the quiet moments, you will find the strength, wisdom, and peace you need to continue your journey with love and grace. Conclusion. Embracing the quiet presence. Living in the peace your mother left behind. Sagittarius, as we bring this chapter to a close, I want you to take a moment and reflect on the quiet spaces you've learned to embrace. It's in these spaces that you can feel the gentle presence of your mother, a presence that transcends time, space, and words. In the stillness, you've learned to recognize the love and guidance that continues to surround you, reminding you that your connection to her is eternal, never fading, and always with you. The peace you've begun to cultivate within yourself is a powerful gift. It is not just the absence of noise, but the presence of deep love, comfort, and acceptance that lives within you. Your mother's love is still there, in the quiet moments, guiding you, holding you, and offering you peace. She showed you that true peace comes from within, not from external validation, not from perfect circumstances, but from the quiet knowing that you are loved, you are enough, and you are supported. As you move forward in your journey, remember that the stillness is not something to fear or avoid. It is in the stillness that you will find your deepest connection to yourself and to the love that surrounds you. Your mother's love doesn't need to be spoken. It is felt in the silence, in the gentle waves of emotion that rise within you when you allow yourself to be still. Her presence, though unseen, is always near, whispering to you through the quiet of your heart, guiding you with love, and reminding you that peace is always within reach. The path you walk is a journey of inner peace and self-acceptance, Sagittarius. As you continue to embrace these quiet moments, you will find yourself growing stronger, more connected, and more aligned with the deepest parts of your soul. Your mother's love is the thread that continues to guide you, weaving through your heart with tenderness and grace, bringing you closer to the truth of who you are. So, as you sit in the stillness, allow yourself to feel her presence. Let the peace that she left you with be a constant source of comfort and strength. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that you are never alone, that you are always guided, and that you are always loved. Sagittarius, you are learning to live in alignment with the quiet peace that resides within you. Trust that as you continue to walk this path, your mother's love will always be there, in every peaceful moment, every quiet breath, and every still space where you can feel her by your side.